if you're building a guitar, you're probably at the stage where you've noticed that the frets are not equally spaced. So here we go. You got to know your frequencies in relation to each other in order to have the fret placements right. So let's assume we're using 440 Hertz for A, which is the most commonly used, times 2 to the power of 1/12. And that's an ugly number, so let's fix it. There we go. That's your next fret up from A. And we want this to the power of 0 for now, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. And to fix this ugly number, we're going to do this and this. There we go. Okay. So 0 change means you're at the base frequency. And if you're in the New York Philharmonic, it's 442. If you're in Europe, it's 443. Certain U.S. organizations are 441. If you're a hippie, it's 432. Good luck with that. And there we go. So, assuming you're using a standard guitar tuning, we're going to change this A down to an E. 329.627. Or if you're in drop D, yeah, you can really go anywhere you want with this. So you can say 8-string standard tuning, or you can have an 8-string and drop E. But let's just stick with this for now. So 329 is E plus 1 fret, 349, plus 2 frets, plus 3 frets, plus 12 frets is double that frequency. So to get this to be relevant at all to scale length and fret placement, instead of multiplying, we got to divide. Let's say you're doing a 25.5 inch scale length. There you go. And then our first fret position is going to be, or first fret is going to be this distance from the bridge, which I know is not everybody's favorite. We'll fix this. Second fret from the bridge, 12th fret from the bridge is going to be half the original scale length. Our 24th fret is going to be 1/4 the scale length, or 4 times the frequency we started with. In case you don't know, an octave is double the frequency, so 12th fret would be half the scale length and double the frequency. So here comes what you want to know, the simplified version. Here comes the simplified version of what you want to know. 25.5 minus the scale length modified. So scale length modified by 1 fret minus the scale length equals the distance of 1 fret from the nut. The nut is the far end from the pickups. So what's the second fret distance from the nut? That. 12th fret distance from the nut, half your scale length. 24th fret distance from the nut, 3/4 your scale length. So what about if we want to measure the distance from one fret to another? Select all, copy. It never puts the minus sign in here when I paste, so I didn't do it yet. All right, so there's a long roundabout way of saying 25 minus 25.5 minus 25.5. Okay, so 25.5 minus remaining scale length from 1 fret is 1 fret. 2 frets. So why did I do all this? Because let's say I want to get the difference between 1 fret and 2 frets. The first fret and second fret, I mean. Or we can go with the difference between the 12th fret and the 24th fret, which is a quarter of the scale length. We can get the difference between the 12th fret and 13th fret. We can get the difference between the 24th fret and the 23rd fret. You don't need to get the differences. It's not necessary, but here we go. You can go ahead and get all your fret lengths based on, all your fret lengths based on this. If you're using a different scale length, change your scale length in here. Actually, since we're going back to scale length, we don't even need all this. I found out the hard way. Don't hold the button down. It erases everything. 25.5. There we go. Same thing. So your first fret from the nut is that. Second fret from the nut is that. And then use a longer formula if you really want the difference between frets, but you don't need it. Third fret from the nut. 12th fret from the nut. 24th fret from the nut. And if you're building some kind of special guitar that goes 30 frets, good luck fitting pickups on that thing, but there you go. Hopefully this helps somebody.